Is the mic working?
Turn it on at the top.
Oh,
On top of the battery pack then?
okay.
Testing. Oh. All right. So, if you're ever in health and fitness, you've probably heard the phrase, abs are made in the kitchen. And well, it might not just be appearances that are made based on good nutrition. So, hi, my name is Roy Zahn. For my project, Eat, Train, Gain, I developed a series of meals and nutritional practices to help answer my essential question, how does nutrition affect athletic performance? So, I already had a background in cooking going into this project, which is why this isn't the main point. This is a lamb that me and my dad made last Christmas, right? So, I know how to cook a lot of things. My dad, he used to work at a restaurant when he was younger, and he taught me how to cook from a young age. In fact, I was preparing my own meals most of quarantine. I also have a background in sports and exercise, right? So I played football this year, and I've been weightlifting for over 2.5 years consistently, as well as powerlifting consistently for over 1.5 years. Now, both of these are very strenuous exercises, right? They take a lot out of the central nervous system, require a lot of rest and recovery, and good nutrition. So I set out to develop a diet which would work in accordance with this, right? Based on the principle of maximizing carbohydrate consumption, as carbohydrates are our main form of energy, right? While many diets prioritize protein, particularly since it's important for protein synthesis, carbohydrates are actually the main driver of muscle hypertrophy. In fact, a ratio of 3:1 of carbohydrates to protein is the most important. Now, fats are also important at 20% as they regulate hormone production and how your body functions. Another important thing is meal timing. This was one of the things I really prioritized, as I was doing strenuous exercise midway through, whether that be football practice or going to the gym. There's an old bro science myth called the anabolic window, right? Where 30 minutes after exercise, it's important to consume at least 20 grams of protein. And while this was previously thought to not be true, recent science has proven that it's more like a 5-hour window between your first and second meal, with exercise falling within the first one. Now, this was one of the things I really stressed while designing my meals, because it was important to have fast-acting carbs in the first one, with a good source of protein, exercising, and then having something with slow-acting as well as fast-acting carbs, fats, proteins, all of that, right? This diet has helped me break through a major strength plateau that I faced. During the summer, I was making consistent progress in my training, being able to load more and more weight per exercise. However, going into football camp, I lost some of this ability and I plateaued. So my strength hit a constant level. I wasn't improving no matter how hard I trained. Now, plateaus can either be a problem with rest, recovery, or they're never because of training, right? There's no way to out-train a plateau. So I used this project as a way to break through this plateau through proper nutrition, which also led to me having greater diet discipline and discipline in my rest and recovery. Another thing I noticed as a result of better diet was a better sense of mental clarity. I was sharper, I can think better, I have less brain fog. I feel healthier, and overall, it's impacted me quite well in how I think. Another thing I noticed was I feel healthier. I've gotten sick very little. For example, I had one ear infection this entire year and went away within 2 days. I had another, normally those can last up to a week. I had other sicknesses all going away within 1 day, being able to train through them. Now, for my community connection, I reached out to a group of my friends using a survey, as well as people at my gym and my sister, who is a Division I athlete. I asked them simple questions, such as, are you an athlete, to clarify what they knew, and how important is nutrition to exercise? 90% of people answered that nutrition was important to exercise. However, statistics as to what people believe is the most important macro were different. For an example, most people believe that protein, which is the common perceived fact, right, but it's actually carbohydrates, at least from the research I did and from the results I got. Carbohydrates serve better than protein in every single way, as a source of energy, as a way to drive hypertrophy, and as a meal. Anyways, so I made a cookbook for everyone to access, which has a variety of recipes with the macronutrients that I prioritize in my diet. If anyone wants it, I'll give you the link. The cookbook has a variety of combinations of meals, different recipes you can make, and scientific backings for every single one of them. So, in conclusion, I found this semester that improving my diet was beneficial to my training, my performance, and my recovery. Any questions? Okay. I'll take Luke.
What's your favorite meal?
I like steak. Garrett.
Over what span of time was this project? Like, how long did it take you to get all your research?
I did my research over like 3 months. The project took like 6 months. So it's like, I kind of noticed this over 6 months of good training and diet. Jess.
How long was your plateau?
I plateaued from July, when I hit a 335 squat, until the end of football season. But that's because of football, so a little bit. But that was still at least a month long due to bad training. It's like, dang.
How many meals a day do you eat?
I like 3.
What was your diet like before you changed it?
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't consistent. Like, sometimes I would just eat whatever I wanted. And it's, yeah, it wasn't really great. I'll take Nick
Do
again.
you track your eating?
I don't track my eating, I intuitively eat. Anyone else? I'll take Luke again.
What's your calorie surplus?
Anything over 3,300.
Thank you.